Good evening, one and all. It is Wednesday. It's the middle of the week, and it is time that we jump into some more good old Warframe. Welcome out, everyone. Hope you're doing well where you are around the world today. I put the opinion poll over on the Support Tea Lounge, rather on Sport News, just under Support Tea Lounge earlier today, asking would people rather see a Alternox and Kestrel farm for the primes, or would they rather see some more of the Perita Rebellion because I still don't have all of the Talon strikes. The vote was very simple. React with your opinion. And the majority said go and get those primes, and so that is exactly what we're going to do today. Now, I have done a little bit of Void Trace refarming to bring it up a bit, but yeah, I'm still only on 393, which is not many traces when it comes to farming weapons, so we'll see how it goes. And Mirrorlabe, thank you very much for giving a sub over to Mirrorlabe. What? Okay. Hold on. Was this was your alternate account you made while you're in the hospital, right? Right? If I'm remembering correctly. I might be slightly off on that, but I think that's the time period you use in that one.
Finally able to follow us stream again.
Yo!
Hello again, smile.
Dark Wolf Steel, thank you very much for dropping the 25th month of resubbing with your Prime there. Much appreciated. Welcome in once again there. Hope you're doing well. I have remembered correctly, Mirrorlabe. Splendid. Well, all the same, thank you very much both of you for the subs there. I'm not entirely sure why you've decided to gift a sub to your other self, Mirrorlabe, but hey, you know what? It works. It works. I'm not going to look too deeply into that one. We'll just go with that. Right, now, Alternox and Kestrel Prime. Alternox is going to be the first one, simply because it's the first one I mentioned. And let's see what relics it has for it here. I see an Axie. So the Axie is a rare. Alternox Prime blueprint on the Axie A20. Oh boy. That's going to be a little bit painful to dig through. Fair enough then. We also have the Neo P9, which is a common piece. We have a Lith N18, which is an uncommon piece. And then Miso A9, which is another rare. Ooh, okay. That's not too shiny, is it? Just out of curiosity, Kestrel. Okay, no Axie for the Kestrel. Well, I mean, that's a positive. Potentially. That is a positive. Yo, Plasma Storm of the 811 variety. Thank you very much for subscribing up on tier 1. Once again there, you got that lovely silver badge next to your name. Cheers. Yes, indeed. Alright, let's see, what have we got here? So the Kestrel, yep, once again, the rare is on the higher tier of relics, it's on the Neo, and dare I say, I might go to look at the blueprint to see, okay, it doesn't need 2 of each, only needs 1 grip and 2 blades. The grip is the rare, so that works out. The blades are commons. You know what, honestly, that ain't too bad. That ain't too bad at all. Yeah, it's a rare on a higher tier relic, but it's still only a Neo, it's not an Axie. And we only need 1 of them, despite the fact that he could have made it 2 of them. They have done it before now, where it's a 4-piece melee weapon, but this is still only a 3-piece. Still only a 3-piece. With 2 of those pieces commons, we could survive that. But the Alternox, ooh boy. That is going to mess with us. Cheers, Zeros. With that in mind then, I've got Void Traces to throw at it. We've got a Bite requesting an Urple. We might as well start where we need to start, which is with that Axie A20. If you would like to join me on cracking that one open, give us all the best chances that we can have, send me a message in game, the Kengineer, and I'll bring you into the squad. ! Join in the Twitch chat if you don't know how to do that. The Alternox Prime Blueprint Relic, that's the Axie A20 Radiant, is what we shall be beginning with. Mirrorlabe, of course, wanted to join in on that. Let's just switch it over so we can invite them in. There you go. Hello, insert name here. Oh dear. If you need another player for the next mission, I would be very happy to receive an invitation. If necessary, I could also provide any desired buffs or debuffs for the team. Kind regards, Miralabe. Not sure when I got downgraded to insert name here. Gotta say, little bit disrespectful. Alright. But it's fine. We got Miralabe in the squad, who is apparently equipped with absolutely nothing. Apparently I need to specify to bring something in the first place. God knows how that works. But yes, if you'd like to join in on that, like I say, send me a message in game, the Kenchnia, and I'll bring you into the squad. It's the Axie A20 we need to get a crack at first, which I am going to rank up right now before I forget to do so. Yep, all good. Sounds like a bot should probably boot. You might be onto something. Maybe Miralabe has in fact ascended to being AI powered, and this explains all of the gifted subs now. This explains all the gifted subs. Miralabe is just siphoning all of that investor income. That's what it is. The reason RAM prices are so high, Miralabe. Just Miralabe. 0 saying, can't wait to have my shoulder figured out, causing so many issues and losing time in game. Just keep looking, feeling in the arm or hand locks up, it sucks. I mostly get the vibe there. Mostly. And it sounds like not a good vibe, but at the same time, Zeros, I feel like my brain feels like your shoulder at the moment, trying to navigate my way through that one. All the same, I hope you do figure out what's going on with your shoulder. And then maybe the words. Commander King would be happy to join if they had relics. Well, I think that is a common theme with a lot of people, isn't it? I think that is a common theme with a lot of people. Okay, in which case, let's switch over to good old standard Lavos. Can't go wrong with Lavos. We're going to have to go to recruitment chat. How hard could it be to find people looking for the A20 relic? So let's add that as our filter. Let's give it a moment just to see what happens in the recruitment chat, see if there are people popping up with that relic. If not, I'll just have to post a hosting myself. Let's see, are there people... Alright, not a single message with that simple filter. That bodes very well. Let's see. Axie A20 Relic Rad 2/4 because we got Miralabe in the squad. I should put hosting. Boop. And we'll just give that a moment there. I'm going to tell a filter a moment, just make sure, yep. Yeah, that is working at the moment, that is fine. Let's re-add the filter. We don't care about Profit Taker, we care about Axie A20 and nothing else. Yeah, here's the correct one. Class Boy is a singular one. Hey, a singular one might do the trick. If you can get that Radiant, send me a message in game, I'll bring you into the squad. Even if you can only do a single relic, it's still more than not having someone in the squad with a relic. As if we just do a 2-person run, our odds are nearly halved. And that ain't great. Interested how Kestrel works exactly? Is it just a glaive? Yes, it's a glaive. It is a glaive, straight up. The original Kestrel sucks. I have yet to have a look at Alternox Prime and Kestrel Prime stat-wise and usability-wise, so maybe they would suck a little bit less. One hopes. Excuse me, we'll see. Alright, we've got our third person in the squad. We got ourselves a ductile wheel of the 465 variety. There we go. Which just leaves one more spot available, and so far, not a response on the A20 there. Oh, there we go. Looking for A20 rad, but Flashpoint, you say, how do you join? Exclamation mark join in Twitch chat. It gives you a copy-paste message. Now all the A20s pop up when I'm promising this slot to someone here in the chat. Okay. And yeah, chat filter, amazing for recruitment chat. If you know exactly what you're looking for, just filter it. Seriously, where was all this a moment ago? this a moment ago. There's only 2 minutes between my messages. What happened? Oh. There we go. That'll be Clash Point. Come on into squad. I see you copied after the end of the quote. Sure, why not? That works. No notes. Alright, let's see. We've got interception or interception. That sucks. Can we not do interception? We could do mobile defense or rescue. Rescue. That's better. That is much better. Alright, then let's grab the 20. Radiant selected. And let's go, shall we? Make sure everything's going alright. There we go. There we go. At this point, Mirror Lab, you do need to reveal... No, apparently Mirror Lab does not need to reveal anything. Mirror Lab is going to continue to just be an anomaly. We will play it on faith. We will play it on faith. I'm sure it's fine.
Accept your death.
It's fine. There we go. Okay.
Trust in your training.
Let's just nuke the area. Wonderful. Everything gets melted. And we got a little bit of reactant out of that. Oh, I thought it was going to go that way. Ha, my bad. Tried it a little bit too fancy. Don't miss reactant. There we go. And we're good with a nice double range. Okay.
Finish your mission and we'll take a look inside.
Don't mind if I do. Double range Lavos is a beautiful thing to have. I'm now double range invisible Lavos.
Thank you, Tenno.
Let's make our way out of here. Oh, you gotta love the length of that dash. Just look at the distance that goes. Look at that trail! Ooh. Ah yes, shotgun range. I forgot this was Steel Path. Huh. Thing still died. Good enough for me. Here they come. There we are. Alright, do we get... We don't get it first time. Okay, fair enough. Compressor Prime Receiver will have to do. Not too happy about it, but it is what it is. Excuse me.
Your will was greater. This is good.
And 17 extra Void Traces for the pile. Which means I got 5 from the bonus from someone taking my item. So I got 12 from the relic. And I've got a resource boost, which means I got 6 from the relic, and 6 is the minimum. Great. Beautiful. Love it. Well, sorry, Clash Point. We didn't get what you needed there first try. You gave it a shot. That shot did not want to go your way. We will need to find another person with the A20. So, let's just immediately post that we have a Russia ready to go. Actually, A20. Rad 3 out of 4. There we go. Advertises we just need 1 extra person. All they need to do is send me a message. We'll close off these tabs here just so I can easily reach that. And we'll take it from there. Simple as. Because I could go in with a 3-person squad, but the rates are just that much lower. I don't want to be gambling on those odds. It is much quicker to have someone else join in with an Axie A20 than it is to go out and farm another one of those relics, because that is on average 7 rounds of disruption. So yeah. Mirrorlabe saying, can I have a new coffee? Mine is empty. I mean, you're your own person, Mirrorlabe. You're in control of your own life. Never mind, it was a setup for Mirrorlabe to reply to Mirrorlabe. Got it. Dead internet theory, y'all. Dead internet theory. The bot's replying to the bot. Seriously, now all the A20 peeps have gone again? That's fine. A little bit of patience. I can be patient. Mostly, kind of, potentially. We'll just give it a moment for them to pop through. It's as simple as that. But for real, it's still better than sprinting through Axie Fish. Sorry, Disruption continuously for another Axie. You got the relic but not enough traces? Well, I mean, if you want to join in later on, grab yourself some traces, because other relics will be demanded as well. What part are we hunting? So we're looking for the Alternox blueprint. So that's the Axie A20 rare reward. I've got 2 of those relics myself. I am hoping those 2 will be sufficient. And that is why I'm trying to make sure we get as good an opportunity as possible by going full squad on it. Anything less is a waste. There we go. We got a hi. I'm going to assume that hi is a joining of the squad. Because otherwise, who's randomly saying hi? Let's go for it. Rescue Fisher. Upgrade and equip. There we are then. Now we just keep an eye and make sure everyone else is bringing in the appropriate relic. Always important to do. Someone can easily misclick and you don't want to get a misclick ruining your day. Last thing you want is to get to the end of a misclicked relic fisher and it's the misclick person who brings up the rare item. You look at it like, that could have been what we needed. We burned our relics for nothing. So yeah, always double check. Misclicks happen.
Your enemies have grown fierce. Use all that you have learned.
Alrighty then. How did only one of those shots generate charge? That's unfortunate. We are halfway on the reactant, most of the way, all the way. Lovely.
That's it.
Now we can just sprint through the mission.
Finish your mission.
That was a very quick amount of reactant, actually.
There's no telling what the captors are doing to our rescue target. You need to find the holding cell immediately.
Dark nullifier. On location. Ductile joining. There we go. Oh, you got that? Okay, I got this one. No, I haven't. I'm going to get stuck on the ceiling. There we are.
Thank you.
We need to go up. Dash through here. Get stuck on the panel, unfortunately. Ta-da! Right, now what was that from LU? That was very big on delay. Yeah, that happens. Oh no! Okay, we'll take another compressor prime receiver. Let's see here. Compressor Prime Receiver versus Cedo Prime Stock. What are the prices? Compressor Prime Receiver is at 6 plat. Cedo Prime Stock is at 5 plat. Okay, I mean, it's a bit of a wash then. Yeah. 116 traces though, so that's more than a refund on that one. I'll take that. It's alright, Elliot, that happens. That happens. Still on Steel Path? I know we're still on Steel Path, yeah. It is intentional, because that's where the good fisher is. Alright, one more punt at this. Come on. It's something like a 36% chance per run. In fact, I'm going to double check the numbers on that. It's a... Sorry, 34.39% chance per run. Not 36, 34%. So with 3 runs on average, we can expect to get it. On average, but... Well, this is run number 3, and runs 1 and 2 have already happened without a result, which means now that statistics are actually against our favour.
Accept your death, and you may yet
Just because we already know that we're on
in your
the not-so-lucky side of things. I also don't have the usual fire rate bonuses because I'm using my Kavat Companion for a chance at doubling the Void Traces. Which means it doesn't have the fire rate bonus for me. Just the cost we accept.
Find the captive as soon as you can. We don't have much time.
Alright, that's all of the reactant. I gained
Finish your mission.
54 Void Traces. Very nice. No, don't.
Hurry up.
That little ledge grab there is frustrating.
Thank the stars, not a minute too soon.
Now let's make our way out of here. Oops, that was not the way to go. And apparently that is too far down, that's out of bounds. And a dash towards the exit. Lovely. Also, by the way, for those of you who ain't paid attention to it, isn't that a nice new skybox they added in not too long ago? Kitty, out the way. More than just cold mountains out there, there is actually Corpus civilization of a sort. Double Alternox! Okay, well, fair enough, we'll take that. You admire the scenery, you get rewards. That is the graphics team just showing appreciation for the appreciation. We take that. Huh.
a valuable lesson.
Alright, splendid. So that is the most difficult piece of all of them to obtain, and it is obtained, which is very, very good news. And another 64 Void Traces, so, you know, great. Apparently Wally is joining us today. Fair enough. Okay. A9 is also rare? Yes. However, it's a Mesa relic, which means they're much easier to acquire. Much easier. So, let's make our way through these. Let's move just down the rarity list, I suppose. Let's go with the Neo next, because it'll also generate us some more Void Traces. So it is the Neo P9. Pop that out to the squad. If anyone's not got that, please drop from squad. Otherwise, we'll be good to go. Let's see. Excavation is not ideal. What else have we got in the Neo department? We have got a capture. Oh, that's perfect. That is perfect. So, Neo P9. Let's equip that. No upgrades needed. We want the common piece from it. Intact? That's right. Commons get a reduced rate of dropping if you upgrade the relics. So if you're ever farming commons, always run the relics intact. When it comes to the uncommons and rares, I recommend always going for Radiant. You can farm at Void Traces from just trash relics. And Mikat's just left the squad randomly there. Okay, done, and then drops out. Okay, cool. That's fine, we just need someone new for the Neo P9. So if you have yourself a Neo P9, would like to join in, send me a message in game, that is the Kengineer, and I'll bring you on into the squad. First come, first serve. And we have a clash point. Let's see if your luck can redeem itself, shall we? There we are, you've joined the squad. Now I can safely hit the start on this. There we go. So Neo P9 intact. No point wasting the Void Traces, it just makes our job worse here. Lovely. Let's go do this. Eventually. Alrighty! Pointless flashbang. Well, just flash.
Operations is here. Find them and capture them.
Immolate the area. Hey, Harrow chassis. Gotta love the Harrow chassis. Now let's gather up that reactant.
The captive has been escorted to the extraction point. Well done.
Hit the group. Group gets obliterated. There we go. Let's get out of here.
The relic has been cracked open. Finish your mission to find out what's inside.
See, now if I was running this solo, I would consider using Wukong, simply because the mobility is even better than Lavos. Ooh. It's easier to control moments like that. However, as I'm in a group, I'm almost never going to be the last person to extraction, so there's no point me upgrading. What was that? Yep. Not too far behind though, that's cool. We managed to get all of the commons except for the common we are here for, which is an amazing result. We'll just have to roll this one again then. I'm not sure what the odds are on that. Don't really tend to calculate it, just poop. That said, 84 Void Traces is a very welcome pickup. To say I spent 0 going in. Alright, let's give that a retry. P9. There we go. Make sure everyone else manages to load up the same. Wonderful. Now, Clashpoint did take a moment to load in. I'm hoping that's popped up properly for you. No, we did. It hasn't loaded up properly for you. We'll try that again, yeah. I think I said that a little bit too soon. You hadn't fully left the mission. Warframe's mission handling isn't too good at handling if someone is still loading out, which is, yeah. You did? I mean, you may feel like you got out in time based on watching the stream, but remember there's a few seconds delay, so I probably actually did still click it before. It's almost universally. Someone on a slower connection, not necessarily a bad one, just slow with respect to the host. If I click it too quickly, it causes that issue. And I could definitely see you are on a slower connection. So, no fault of yours, it's just what it is. Yep, there it is, yeah. You're in a different continent to me. That'll do it. Turns out the speed of light is actually pretty bloody slow.
And bring them to the extraction point.
We are limited by the speed of light in video games. What a world to live in. You know, our ancestors in the Middle Ages never had to worry about the speed of bloody light. I seem to get stuck very easily on the bloody ledges.
Mission
Oh well.
complete. The captain has been escorted
Cheers.
to the extraction point. Well done.
Okay, reactant is not dropping too quickly for me just yet. I'm going to be a little bit more mindful of it. The rest of the squad has got more than me, but not much more. So let's rejoin the squad and try and farm it up a bit better. Yeah, there's a few bits in here. If you are ever having reactant issues on a mission, make sure you are joining up with your squad. You improve the rates of spawning for everyone, and so you will get the reactant just faster. Whereas once you got it all, sod them. Sprint forwards. And we got the range bonus again!
Finish your mission to find out what's inside.
Oh. Range bonus on Lavos always feels nice. Always. There we are. Oh, there's a City War molten toast. What? Again? 3 commons again, and none of them what we wanted. Hold on, hold on.
Mission complete. Excellent work, Tenno.
So we've had 6 commons come up. None of them are the correct common. The chance of that is 8.8%. Okay. Hello, Wally. Welcome on in. Ooh, 96 traces though. I mean, that makes up for it. That does make up for it. Alright, Mirror. Come on now. P9, 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 P9. Perfect. Absol? What? I'm hoping it's a bit that you managed to spell, what? 44% of your message wrong?
We received intel that somebody vital to enemy operations is here. Find them and capture them.
It's gotta be a bit at that point. Only Zom gets it that bad unintentionally. Let's go get the reactant first. The capture target will wait. There we go. Immolate the area. Grab the target. You Swiss and dyslexic? Fair enough then. It was in fact not not intentional. Huh.
Your part is done here, Tenno.
My condolences. Oh, the goat sacrifice part was. Right. So now I know which bit is Swiss and which bit was dyslexic. Got it. Glad we figured that one out. "24 traitors this run." Not an amazing result, but we do get the Alternox piece. There we go. Alternox Prime Receiver. It appeared once out of 9 commons, once out of 12 relics. That is not a great result for a, what, 25.33% drop rate, I think it is?
I am pleased with your performance.
But we got there. We did indeed get there. Ductile having to go now. That's all good. Thank you, Ductile, for joining in where you could there. Made that farm go by just that little quicker. Okay, with Ductile popping out the squad, we have got a space available for someone else to join in if you'd like to do so. Let's see. We are now on to... let's get some... Yeah, let's spend our traces straight into the Miso A9. Stick with the order we have been doing. Tazero2 looking to join in. Tazero2, if you've got the right one, come on in. Clash Point has not got the one, it seems. Clash Point's on the way out. So we have the Miso A9 rare to go. So send me a message in game, the Engineer, if you'd like to join in on this squad. Miso A9 Radiant is what we need. And again, it'll be first come, first serve. LU is indeed the first. There we go. Alright, let's find a good Miso locate. Oh, would you look at that? It's a capture. Right then, Miso A9, did I say? Yep, A9. Upgraded. And send it. That's a majestic voice. Where did you find it? I don't even know how to respond to that one. Alright. Full squad's good. Yep, off we pop. Oh, you won't get this voice in any Axty Relic. Absolutely not.
Somebody vital to enemy operations is here. Find them and
For this you need a Riven Relic. 5,000 Void Traces to refine it. 1% drop rate. And all the other slots, this stands for my blueprints. It's not great. Don't know who designed this relic. Hate them.
Excellent work. We'll interrogate the captive back at base. Your part is done here, Taylor.
Okie dokie. We just need to grab a little bit more reactant. There is most of it. I'm somehow stuck on that container. It's a new one for me. There we go.
That's it. You opened the relic. Finish your mission.
Are you trying to insult me? I'm going to overlook that. At least there's hope, not absolute 0%. Of course there's hope. I got it. Now, if that's 1 in a million, then I suppose another, what, 8,000 people are also as fortunate. Because of the age, Elio, you got my age wrong. I'm not that old. Is there anyone in chat who can honestly look at this face and think that's a 34-year-old? Come on now. Rude.
I took risks. I made a bold new partnership. Bear witness, betrayers, to my
Hey! First time. Okay then. Look at that. Another job. Well executed. We're now 3 out of 4 on the Alternox pieces. A 2-minute mission. Absolutely slamming that one home. 1 more relic to go for the Alternox. I don't want to jinx it, so I'm not going to say any more about my thoughts on that matter. Okie dokie. Final piece then. Alternox. It is the lith we still need for the barrel. This one should also be upgraded. So lith N18 upgraded. There we go. As much as Lith Relics are fast to farm, it's still worth upgrading because otherwise it's just going to take us longer. There you go. Alright then, and for a Lith we got a defense, we got an exterminate. Perfect. Information what I say, just aside, I've watched your videos for a very long time. Do you by any chance have an actual engineering background? I do not, no. I do have a scientific background in that I did do a scientific degree, but that is the entirety of it. Also, LU, you are still wrong. Don't just trust someone jokingly replying 33 and a half. I'm also not 33. I'm 32, damn it. But yeah. Honestly, I get too lazy to shave for one day, and immediately I'm thrust into being a 34-year-old. 94, baby? No. 93. 93. There is some overlap. That's how it works. There you are. Maybe in 40s ages below that get difficulty, yes. I know what you mean. I know what you mean. Right. Alternox is in N18. There it is. Let's equip it. I'm assuming everyone else in the squad has got it because they've had time to leave if they don't. But yes, I was born in the late 1900s, but still very late 1900s. Thank you very much. If you wanted to get to the mid-1900s, that'd be my father for that. As much as he hates me pointing that out. Oh, fair do, HMI. Fair do. It's funny, really. It does seem to be that engineers and other data-driven disciplines tend to be the people who seem to think I must actually be an engineer. Nope, it's just a nickname that works really well for the kind of content I deliver. I'm just a nerd. I'm some guy on the internet who spends a little bit too much time wanting to actually look at the numbers. That's it. That's all it comes to. Now, if we go by my vocational background, that's retail and call center. So, you know, not exactly the high life of academic achievement, is it?
The relic has been cracked open. Finish your
But
mission.
consider that, I know,
You have broken
some element, some ray of hope for those of you who are indeed find yourselves staring down the bottom of the barrel of a shitty dead-end job. It doesn't have to stay that way, you can make it your own. All it takes is a little bit of talent, a little bit of perseverance, and a hell of a lot of luck. Also, Alternox Prime barrel as if proving the point on the luck there. Would you look at that? Technically three Alternox pieces in a row. Alternox is farmed. We're not even an hour into the stream. Wild concern.
Mission complete. Excellent work, Tenno.
Considering how long it took to get Jaya Prime together, this could be a smooth ride. We'll take that. Only 22 traces on the way out on that one, but still, that is an Alternox done. To say, it sucks when you find out the new person in a similar position is about 10 years younger. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Good for them, really. Click. Thank you. Let's face it, if we extend that to my perspective, how many YouTube channels feature people under the age of 22? Worse, there's a number of people who will say that they are falling off in whatever gaming space. And you look up their age, they're like 21, 22. I'm going, no, you're not falling off. Alright? Life is not winding down for you, little shit. If you're in your early 20s, things basically haven't begun yet. And if you have managed to get off the starting line by age 22, then congrats, well done. You've done well for yourself. That's just how it is for some peeps. Anyway, I did actually have a look as to what relic I needed, so maybe I should do that. Okay, so Kestrel. We're going to get on with the Kestrel bits now. We have got a rare on the Neo K9. Let's get started with that. Neo K9. Rad out the squad. Saying another wiki says you don't get more reactions from Necros or Core or Evolute frames. It feels like it works. I honestly am not too certain either which way. The spawn rates are not static. Different missions have different spawn rates of corrupted, different drop rates of reactant as a result. Different hosts have different drop rates as well. So it's not quite clear cut is the problem. Yeah. Crazy Kings, thank you very much for dropping your Prime here. Much appreciated. Hope you're doing well today. Got yourself that lovely blue badge next to your name and all the benefits to come along with that. Cheers. Ooh. And Dark Wolf for the Hydrate. Now, we got Pacer here asking, why do you need so many Roombas? What are you doing in your ship? Charity. Officially and actually, that is the answer, charity. But if we have a little bit of a further look here, charity is why there's these drones here at the moment. Calamity is why I can have a look at that many additional domestic drones available. I had to pick these up, they were lagging the ship. Granted, they were lagging it on my old computer. Point is, that's a couple hundred extra drones there. Yes. Reform Temper saying you carried me with your videos back in the day. Much appreciated, man. You're very welcome. Have I been around long enough for people to say back in the day now? Oh. Can you put Roombas in the dojo? Yes, but you can't take them back out of there. Once you donate them, they are donated, so do be aware of that. Been around for quite a bit. I have been around for a few years now, I suppose, yeah. I did my first proper YouTube video for Warframe. What was it? January 1st, 2020? So, we've recently passed the 6-year birthday of, or 6-year anniversary, not birthday, 6-year anniversary of this channel doing Warframe stuff. Yeah. If someone started watching my channel on their 18th birthday, like if that's when I started, so if I started my channel on someone's 18th birthday, then I've been around for a quarter of their lifetime. Or we can go worse with what Perita Prime has just said. 6 years ago is crazy, they were 12. So I've been around for a third of your life as the Kengineer. Okay. Yeah, that'll do it. You know, that's that time period between good lord, yeah, let's not draw any of those parallels. Let's just acknowledge that and move on, shall we? Neo Fisher, let's do that. Just as a fair warning, because it appears a few people are showing ages right now, you do need to be at least 18 years of age to be participating in this community, because this is a mature rated game in the UK. So if you are around and under that age, don't let anyone know about it. I will have to ban you. It's not a joking matter. Don't know how old the calculator is. Oh, why do you have to bring that up, Ductile? Why do you have to bring up the fact that my calculator I have here is... Oh god, I have to think about it. 21 and a half years old. This calculator is 21 and a half years old. It's been around a bit. My calculator can legally drink in the US. Please do not put alcohol into your calculators. This is in fact not a good thing. What's weird is I have no recollection of ever changing the battery on this. So like, it has no solar panel and one battery and is still running. I still don't know how that's possible. Especially for someone who uses their calculator as much as I do. Yo!
Found here at Prime Sub.
That you did, Seftel. That you did. Thank you very much for dropping your Prime here. Second month of you being subscribed, no less. You're up onto that lovely bronze badge. Cheers. Oh. Does it run on a nuclear battery? Honestly, I've never checked, and I don't intend to open it up to find out. I will say I have had this calculator on my possession around Geiger counters, and nothing went clicky-clicky, so I'm assuming I'm okay. Maybe. It can't be any more radioactive than a banana. Oh yeah, these calculators, they do have a very, very low power draw. It's why those little solar panels on them are able to actually power them. It's just that, well, this one again doesn't have that, and it is older than some of my viewers. A not insignificant part of my viewership is younger than that calculator. One would expect to need to replace a battery by then. That just goes to show those little displays are efficient. It's older than you? Yeah. Yeah. It's fine.
The captive is safely in our hands. Congratulations, Tenno.
Come to think of it, time-wise, yeah, I got that calculator before the Boxing Day tsunami happened. Okay. I'm sure there are a few of you folk here who've learned about that tsunami in your history class, rather than it being current events for you. I acknowledge that's part of existence. Hey-ho. And as shiny as a lot of this stuff is, it's not what I was looking for. That is unfortunate. Oh, let's spread the love there.
Another job well executed.
Ta-da! 52 traces, a Zaku Prime chassis, and no progress on what we needed. However, we did get another Lith N18 in case we needed to go back to the Alternox. We don't. Is why saying the Japan tsunami back in 2010 has also been taught in history books? Well, yeah, because that's 16 years ago now. So, I mean, you know. Someone born when that happened could be studying it in their GCSE history class, yes. Which, for those of you not in the UK, GCSE covers typically the age 14 to 16 bracket. Hold on. I've got 2 years of things to check. Let me just see. And then so that'd be okay. Okay, that's ooh. So I was born 32 years ago. And yeah, that was 1993. The first human on the moon landing was 1969. So my birth is closer to the first moon landing, or manned moon landing, than today. Yeah, that's just a bit back. That's just a bit. a concerning number of people on this channel are younger than Shrek, the film. Oh dear, oh dear. Such is the way of things, and it's only going to get worse. Oh, I forgot which one we're doing. K9, there it is. When was Shrek out? 2001. Let's see. Yeah, thinking about it, we have a 1999 update here in Warframe. Have they at any point referenced the film The Matrix? Because The Matrix released in June 1999 in the UK as well. So, like, if there was any kind of sci-fi media that would fit with the timeline bang on, I mean, that feels like one that would be a damn good fit, especially with the talk of things like cephalons. Far better than them unintentionally referencing MP3 players, which weren't a thing then, by the way. Back in my day! You guys, do you feared copyright claims? Like, fuck, they feared copyright claims. Fables and Frontiers? Referencing something from a company that literally sent the Pinkertons on people. Yeah, sure.
That's it. You opened the relic. Finish your mission and we'll take a
The
look
what?
inside.
Fairly certain they're called Pinkertons, that is. Suffice to say, not a friendly bunch of people. Not at all. Any more than that, you'll need to Google it. I'll leave that to you. Mighty Moke Fleet? Oh yeah, that's a very obvious Back to the Future reference. Very, very on the nose, that one. Sure, let's go into double digits of Sephiroth Prime Neuroptics. Why not? Why not?
Another job well executed.
Yeah, maybe well executed, but we still did not get what we are looking for, Lotus. I'm gonna have to try again. Ducats? Yeah. 150 ducats in Neuroptics blueprints. Yay. Well, off we go again. I hope no one's running out of traces. I am. Here we go, here we go, and just mirror lab to confirm as well. We're all good. Alright then, let's do this. Cross our fingers once more. From War945M, just wanted to take a moment to thank you for your how-to videos. Found them an invaluable resource. You are very welcome, and welcome on into Twitch as well. Hope you enjoy your stay.
Happy hunting.
Well, that was a lot of very dead things very quickly. We have some more reactants, just one more.
Success. The captive is safely in our hands.
I could probably just go towards extraction and find it. There we go, yep.
That's it.
Love it when that comes together.
Open the relic. Finish your mission and we'll take a look inside.
Yes, Mirab, I did see your post that you had done a little bit of void trace farming today. What was it, 2,400 traces in a single mission? Yeah, just a little bit. Just a little bit. If I could study engineering, which field would I have chosen? Not sure on that, honestly. Not sure. Because, like, as much as my second choice for university, if it didn't go the way I did go, my second choice for university would have been computer science. I don't know that electrical engineering would have been in the right direction for me. To be honest, not sure if any engineering would have been the right direction for me.
Mission complete. Excellent work,
It's just how it be. Alright, off we go again. Neo Fisher capture, K9. This is closing in on our last chances to get this. Come on, game. We've had a decent run so far, not had to go and farm any traces or relics. We just got there. Yeah. Ever thought about chemical engineering? Only passingly. Chemistry was the subject I did at AS level that I then dropped into A2. As out of all of my AS levels that I was taking at the time there, which was, yeah, it was just the 4 core subjects I was taking. Out of those 4, chemistry was the only one that I got a B on a module. Granted, once and by 1 mark, and that was pretty much sufficient justification for having that to be the one to drop. Because the way we did it at that school there is we'd take 4 AS levels, and then we continue 3 of them into A2. It's just the done thing. So yeah, it crossed my mind sparingly, if anything. Alright, come on, reactant. Oh, okay. Could have sworn I needed 3 more there, but I just found all 3 at once. That works. And we're good. Darn. This is not proving very good for us. Uh-oh. There's also bioengineering. I didn't do biology in the A level prior to university. Biology is not my strong point. How do you survive as levels at level cap? There's various ways of going about it. I do none of them because I just don't do level cap. But you can use an evade levels and go on invisibility. You can go for a shield regen focus level, so then just crowd control enemies enough to survive in between. And lastly, the new arcane persistence can also be a way for you to health tank your way through, because you effectively get health gates. So 3 ways there you can go about it: invis, shield gate, through shield regen because you can't cast gate, or go through arcane persistence. Take your pick, really. My pick is none of them. I've got no reason to be at level cap. There's nothing there for me. Yeah, my thesis at university, because I did a geology degree, was effectively a mix of geological lab work, of lithographic assessments, dabbling of cartography, I suppose. Not much in the way of anything chemistry related, I'll be honest. There wasn't anything really to go down that road there. Sure, there was a little bit of analysis of chemical composition of the rock samples vis-a-vis, what was it called? The
hunting.
The cross polars on the microscope. God, there's a specific name for the microscope and I've forgotten it. But yeah, that was an absolute shit time in my life, I'll be honest. That was not the right degree for me, that was not the right topic, and certainly nothing I intended to follow up with vocationally once I got a hang as to what the subject really entailed at that level. I was badly advised into the degree and badly advised to stick it out.
Excellent work.
And to all of you lucky lots benefit then, that meant there is the Kenjinira YouTube channel. Because had I not had such a bad string of luck in that regard, had I found a fulfilling academic or academically related career, I probably would never have put as much effort into this channel as I have done. If I'd have even done it at all. Sometimes these things work out. Not because they have to work out, but because you find a way to make it work. But yes, I have used the actual name of my degree, the actual topic of my degree, basically never. Basically never. A blessing in disguise? I don't know how I'd call it that. More... how do I put it? I didn't let it ruin me. That's all. Damn well tried, but got through.
Another job well executed.
Calamity saying they've had people tell them they don't know how to play the game because they don't go to level cap constantly. Yeah, I could ignore those kinds of people. If you look long enough and hard enough, you will find people that say anything. If you look long enough and hard enough, you will find people that say you are bad at the game for using incarnate weapons. You know what we say to those people? Absolutely nothing, we just don't interact with them. It's fine, you could do that. 8 billion people on this planet. You don't need to give 5 minutes to someone whose takes are so brain dead as to tell you can't play the game because you don't level cap. Boo-hoo. You want to know how to level cap? Step 1. Octavia. Step 2. Squats. Congratulations, you've level capped. Like, who even cares at that point? Well, plenty of people care, but you don't need to care about, oh, is the other person doing level cap? No, live your own lives, play your own game. You can also level cap with Ash. You can level cap with insert frame here. It again doesn't matter. Alright, how are we doing on this? We got one of these left, and I can still upgrade it, so we got one more shot at this. Oh boy. Now we have unfortunately had someone drop out as they can't keep up with the bad luck we've got here. So we got one more opportunity, one more space open for someone to join in with a Neo K9 relic upgraded to Radiant. Let's see if this time maybe we can get lucky. From TVG the Sasquatch, I got to ask, what frame do you find most enjoyable to play in a wide variety of game modes? I'll give you one guess. It should be pretty easy at this point. Seriously, Lavos is an amazing frame because he is versatile and simple to use. But not brain dead to use. There is a difference. Some people think simple means, oh, you just keep pressing the same button, E, 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 or 2, 2, 2, 2, or whatever. No, 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 no. That's brain dead to use. Simple is more along the lines of, doesn't require complicated combos to pull off. You don't have to press his 3 and then hold to 2 to cast his 1 to then use his 2 again, whilst also operator dashing, whilst also wall latching for 5 seconds to activate some secondary bonus to turn it. No. Simple to play, takes a bit to master, and effective in a variety of modes. It's hard to have him be the wrong choice. And we got Ellie requesting we switch up to some orange in the background. There you go. Orange it is. I should probably have a look at these inbox messages. What have we got going on over here? Inbox messages from Mirrorlabe. We have from Mirrorlabe a Sprogling. And we have from a Mirrorlabe a Necromite. And we have from a Mirrorlabe a Scuttler. Well, okay then. Thank you, Mirror, for the selection of decorations. Much appreciated. Okay, last try of this. Last try. Come on. Come on. We can do this. Ladybug say I have so many friends who are in university currently. It always makes me so glad. Never stuck around after first semester. I mean, fair enough. Fair enough. Honestly, university was largely a good thing for me. It's just the course choice was bad, and there was a saboteur, is all I'll say.
You are here to find our target.
Largely, it was good for me.
To the extraction point. Happy hunting.
Hell, it was through someone I met at university that led to me getting a little bit of a dabbling into understanding C# programming. And it was that dabbling of C# programming that led to the giveaway arena that we have.
Mission complete. The captain
There's a couple other steps in between, but
extraction point.
there was that
Well
process
done.
there.
Well done, Tenno. Your relic is opened.
I am now trying desperately to not remember some of the more awkward moments of that era of my life, but there we go. There we go. Mission successful. Let's grab our loot and go. Fingers are firmly crossed, all as much as I can. I'd cross my toes too, but it would hurt. Yes! The quintuple crossing is all we needed. As much as the two have absolutely no correlation whatever. And yes, Denial comes in and grabs it first try. The luck has to go
Excellent
somewhere.
work, Tenno.
Alright, well, the very good news is that I don't have to go and get some more of those relics. That's yet another part. Teasingly close to going badly, but in the end we got there. We got there. Alright, let's see. So, Kestrel. We've gone through the rare, I think, because of where Void Tracers are at, we should probably do the commons, because we do need two of them as well. So, Lith D7 is next on the menu. Let's go for it. Denial's got him, that's good. Alright, let's see. Rescue or Exterminate? Exterminate's probably better. D7 I said? Yep. Let's go. Yeah, we know Mirrorlame has them. We know Mirrorlame has them. Okay, yep, we're all good. Let's do this. Alright, Dark Wolf, take care. Have a good one. And let's... Oh, there's a mark on that one. Shoot him. Ah, there is a ship coming in. I thought I could hear one distantly. Got it! I'm just chucking a spectral version of my melee weapon at it. Makes total sense. Do we have any Tenno on the cusp of L6? If anyone is, it'll be... Yep. Birlabe and Elio? Yep. Both of them are very close to it.
That's it. You open
Let's see,
the
we
lever.
got 3 of us in the elevator, 1 more person to turn. Oh, I think, wait. Nope, they're up above us. We're all here. Because that is how elevators work. And mission complete. Let's get ourselves out of here. Mirror was confusing you with that mirror. Yeah, that does happen, doesn't it? When you're looking for mirror, but instead you find mirror. It's... And Kestrel! Alright, 1 out of 2. We nearly didn't get it. Look at that. 3 uncommons when we're trying to get a common. That's pretty uncommon. Yeah.
Mission complete.
Stretch.
Excellent work, Tenno.
Also 51 Void Traces. Very nice to pick up. That'll put me over 100. Okay, repeat the mission. It was D6... D7? Yes, D7. There we go. Ah yes, Founder's Glory, reach LR6. That makes sense, yeah. Is Bratton and Carnon a good choice? Yes. Unless your choice is, how do I make the biggest explosions, in which case, well, no. Or, what is the best melee weapon? Obviously not. But by and large, yes, Bratton Incarnate is a good weapon. Now, I can't say I find myself in any rush to upgrade my mastery rank, because, yeah, sure, I could go ahead and... Denial? You definitely said you had more left, so I'm going to re-invite you and assume something just broke there. Because you didn't say anything, you just left weirdly. Could not deliver invitation to Denial. Denial has denied the invitation. I should have seen this coming. We'll try one more time. I'm gonna guess their internet blew up. Okay. This happens. So we have a space open for anyone who'd like to join in with a Lith D7. Not sure what's gone on there, but Denial has been stolen by the Void. We need someone else to fill in, and let us crack those relics together. So Lith D7, if you got that, send me a message in game, and I'll bring you on into the squad. Yours indeed. Just gonna smack my head against the ceiling for a bit. There we go, we look class point again. Come on in. Let's go for it. As soon as you load in, we've still got the Lith Exterminate, so we can absolutely keep on cracking that one. There we go. Ooh. D7, D7, just Mirror Lab left. Mirror Lab with the D7. There it is. Splendid. So we've got one of the Kestrel parts from this relic. We need the other one. Again, it's just the same part on a common.
All corpus threats.
And then we're left with the uncommon piece. And we'll be done. Which is honestly a really good turnaround. I heard a Tonkor go burr a bit. Okay, got myself a little turned around. It happens. Honestly, this tile set is easy for getting turned around on.
The relic has been cracked open. Finish your mission to find out what's inside.
Dash past these ones. I want to see where there's a nice big group of them. Here we go. Flap. Yeah, that'll cook them. Oof. That'll cook them. Okay, let's see. Roll here. Here's a quality of life idea for DE. Have a number above the panel pop up to show how many Tenno are in the lift.
Find extraction.
I just want to know, are we all there without trying to figure out am I looking at companions or not? Second Kestrel. Alright then, that's wrapped up nice and easy. Ta-da!
Mission complete. Excellent work, Tenno.
And so it comes to the final piece. I only have 154 voice races, which means I've only got a single refinement currently available to me up to Radiant. Fingers crossed that works out. I think refined to Radiant, the uncommons have a 20% chance. So that means we'd have a 50-ish, no. Yeah, 59% chance of getting it. Better chance of getting it than not getting it. That is potentially all that we need, but indeed, the Kestrel Prime Blueprint. Uncommon reward from a Miso P17. Let's pop that into the chat for the rest there. Miso P17. Stick around in squad if you got that. Drop if you haven't. Let's find a good Miso Fisher. Oh, we got a capture there. Still good. Alright then, Miso P17 on the Radiant variety. Let's make sure everyone's good to go. Yes, 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 yes. Brilliant. If we get this run, we'll actually have both the weapons farmed in under half the stream, which is very impressive. It's alright, HMI. I figured something like that happened. I sent you 2 invites, they just couldn't be delivered. There was no message from you, no nothing whatsoever. I figured something crazy had happened to you. So, it's all good. It happens. I hope your PC has managed to recover nicely. Up we go. Up we... Oh, shoot. Up we go. Up we go. Up we go. Necessary raising of pitch. Alright. Oh, you're running Warframe on Linux. Fair enough. Some people swear by it. Others swear about it. It is what it is. I had more than a few difficulties with Linux growing up. So, I'm a little more hesitant. Wait, how the... Why? Why are we putting reactant over here? This is rude. Dang it. Vacuum doesn't go that far, you know. There we are. Oh, it's finishing Alternox? Oh, Salmonates, we've already got Alternox. We're close to finishing Kestrel.
Amalgam technology.
Now, shush, shush, Allard. No one actually cares what you gotta say.
Experience it. One death at a time.
Like the Alternox on Harrow? Duly noted. Fire rate is a positive. Yeah, I've yet to actually try out those prime weapons, but getting them, that's what we're doing here. Alright, we're good. Let's see, let's see, let's see. I have no reason to just keep spamming these throws, but yeah, they're free. Lotus approved. I think we may be force extracting clash points at this rate. Oh, wait, no, that's a lot of parallax. Are they on their way in? They are! And we don't get it. Shoot! This was not in the script. It was supposed to go all smooth and easy. Streamer look and all that. Oh well.
Well executed.
Doors are not opening? Ah, I see, I see. From LU saying, I wish D would improve item pickup somehow, either make them squad wide or improve in vacuum range significantly. It's a looter shooter. We are very advanced at creating the loot, so we take a lot of time to gather the loot and less shoot if you want to be optimal about it. The problem with improving the looting system, certainly the passivity of looting systems, is abuse and AFK. It is an unfortunate reality that there are bad actors who keep on trying to push limits of how badly they can act within Warframe, and game design is forced to accommodate that. I don't like it. It's just the reality. Also received an inbox messaging. Oh, what have we got here? It's from Miralabe. It is a Protector Storm. Hasn't that whole thing ended, Miralabe? In any case, danke danke. Okay, just checking. Do I have enough to give this another run? Oh, good. I did pick up more than enough traces there. We can give the P17 another looking at that there. Fingers crossed. There's Jimbe. Welcome on in. Right. We've still got the... Oh, the capture appears to have gone, but we've still got the exterminate. Still got the P17. Let's see if the rest of the squad can keep up with that. Yup. Yup. And... Yup. Splendid. I'm just saying, I wish there was the option to improve spawn rates when playing solo. I mean, Steel Path improves those spawn rates by and large, but it does also mean playing on Steel Path, yeah. The spawn rates off of Steel Path are designed to be easier for solo players. That is the intent, which means if you're trying to hyper farm it, yeah, you're going to get worse results. It is the choice they've gone with. Oh, I get what you're saying there earlier. I get what you're saying. Going back because of an Acolyte, or just going out of your way in an endless mission, sucks a bit. Going for the one-off enemies in missions, like the Whisper, the Book. Yeah, I feel the pain there. Maybe they could be set up more like round rewards, like with assassination missions. You don't need to pick up the main blueprint reward, you just get it. But overall, I'm not sure whether it's a mechanical limitation of dictating something that should be an optional round reward. I don't know if it's a intentional limitation to get people to not just hyper sprint the missions, or not passively get it farmed for them to avoid leeches. the biggest part of all of this is that we don't have access to the metrics DE have as to how much leeching and farming there is. Do I have another foreign levels? I don't. I just have the glow from the Relic Fisher buff. The reactant buff. That's what it looks like on levels. See? It's just run out. Yay! And we finish with a double Kestrel. Would you look at that? That's twice on last relics we've had a double part drop. We'll take it. We'll take it. Do I have any subsumes on my levels? Not on my core build, but I do have on my weapon maxing build Raw subsumed, because Raw is just a really good damage buff. Certainly with somebody putting out as much status as levels. Well, there we are then. GG's, Mirrorlabe, LU, Clashpoint. We have the set. Twice. We got the Alternox and the Kestrel. Let's get the Kestrel into the oven here. You can see the gyre from the other days farmed up and constructed as well. We've got the excess Arbiceps. Mirrorlabe. Yours indeed. So with that, going to take a very quick breather just to refresh drinks and whatnot. I'll be back in just a moment there, and we'll get on with the next half stream. See you in just a sec. Alright then, let's get back into it and immediately tell off Brother Oni for acting like Ivara can't contribute in a public group in Perita. What is that about? Yeah, if they are a leech, they are a leech, but being Ivara doesn't make someone a leech. Come on now. That's a bit harsh. Alright, speaking of Perita, I put out a vote to the supporter T-Lounge, the supporter group over on Discord. Those of you who are subscribers, if you're a Patreon supporter, that kind of thing, you end up with access to that over on the Discord. I put out a poll which was, what would you rather I do today? Would you like me to do the farming for Alternox and Kestrel Prime, or head on over to Perita and keep on cracking at that slog? Well, as it turns out, we're halfway into the stream, and we've already done the prime farming. So I guess we'll do the other bit as well. Everyone wins. Everyone gets what they want. I'm just going to update the stream title to that effect. There we go. Updated. Hey, Zob, you've hit 4 years of following. Would you look at that? Happy follow-anniversary. Okie dokie. Right, now with Perita, I am going to continue with the meddling I've been doing with Ash. We've done it plenty against Vanguard. Now it is time to bring it over to the rest of them. So let's go with that there. Stick with Fulman, honestly, yeah. Fulman's been doing plenty good work. Stick with all the rest of the setup, and I'm going to bring in something new. We're going to bring in Worm Prime, but this time, Worm Prime doesn't need to be switched over to my crit support build. I have updated my damage build because I got something special. I can now fit Tenacious Bond onto my standard Worm setup to go with Verglass because I finally have myself a Verglass Riven. Finally cracked one just earlier today off stream. And would you look at that beauty. Plus crit chance, plus electricity, plus damage, minus damage to infested. Oh no. About the only way this could be better is if I rolled plus heat instead of plus electricity. That is about the only way this could be better. Because then I'd have viral heat rather than viral electric. Heat just has that infinite scaling, which is really, really good on it. But yeah, viral electric is still a very good result. Goblin saying, or multi-shot? Multi-shots, I mean, I wouldn't want to replace Galvanized Chamber, and then I'd have to take something else out to get it in. Whereas this allowed me to replace the Elemental mod on here, and I could replace Serration with Vital Sense, so that I'm actually benefiting from the crit chance on Verglass as well. So this has just worked out very nicely. But yeah, if it was heat, God roll. It is one change of an element away from being a God roll, and I'm not sure I want to roll it on that point. I'm not sure I really want to roll it any further because as much as heat has, like I say, the technically infinite scaling because it doesn't run out as long as you apply more heat. Electric is still good, and the rest of the Riven is just working. Brother Oni, as much as companion weapons don't trigger galvanized mods, they benefit from galvanized stacking that you have achieved on your primary. So if I've got these mods on my primary, and I have, then the companion benefits from them as well. At least last time I checked. So yeah. Doesn't Electric on Sentinels trigger Archon Stretch? It may do, but I'm a Lavos main. So that's just a thing. Elio, yeah, you can send through the Riven. Sure, why not? Let's have a look at it real quick. We're not on a mission right now, so it's a good time to ask. Verglass Vizier Toxidex. Plus status chance, plus damage, plus toxin, minus reload speed. Okay, you got the plus damage. Great. Plus toxin. Works very well for replacing a toxin mod. Plus the status chance. It's a status-heavy weapon, absolutely, so I can see the value in that one there. This effectively replaces both your 60/60 Toxin mod and your damage mod, so you open up a space to go some way. Downside, no crit chance. And I gotta say, for Verglass in particular, crit chance is basically the #1 stat you want. #1 stat, and the only reason I say that is because of Tenacious Bond. You need that over 50% crit chance to trigger it. If you get it, 1.2 times critical damage multiplier added on to all of your weapons, that's a big damn deal. And for Verglass here, if you've got a double mod replacement Riven, in this case I'm replacing a element mod and a damage mod, as well as getting the crit chance, you then have the space to bring in Vital Sense, and Verglass also benefits from its crits as well. So you've got yourself a good Riven for making Verglass more powerful, but it is just more powerful, is my point. That status chance could be replaced with crit chance, and you would go from more powerful to straight up changing the relevance of the weapon for you. But that'd be about it. You're saying don't usually run any Assault Precepts or Sentinels, use Full Clock for stat sticking. I mean, if you want to go that, that's fine. It's the fact you can do both at once. As I've said, my crazy remember Tenacious Bond being a relatively mild increase. So Tenacious Bond is a plus 1.2 final critical damage multiplier. So if we have a look at my Foreman here, for example, the Foreman is now rocking a 6 times multiplier. If I just quickly take off the Companion, you see the Foreman drops down. You see the Foreman drops down to a 4.8. If you assume I'm always critting, with the Foreman's 90% crit chance, it's near enough always critting. Sweep the rest under the rug. If you assume it's always critting, then a 4.8 to 6 times, I've been increasing my damage by 25%. A 25% damage bonus, just passively, is actually a pretty damn big bonus. That is pretty big. And the lower your critical damage is normally, the greater the effective bonus is. Of time you notice revive speed reduction, not damage? Yeah, fair enough. If you have your companion dying loss, you want it to come back sooner, then yeah, fair enough. For me on my companion, I've already got Prime Regen, which is doing a lot of work there. But then also on the Parazon. Hard reset. Mercy kills reduce companion recovery by 15 seconds. So if I really need my companion, I just use whatever feature needed to open up a mercy kill. Yeah. And yes, Tenacious Bond can potentially increase the final crit damage of abilities. Not all of them, quite a few just aren't triggered by this whatsoever. The C and DE applies again. But yeah, it can apply in places that normally couldn't benefit as well. So overall, this is just a really, really good pickup for me. Like I say, when it comes to the Riven on Verglass, Verglass is already very powerful. If you get a good Riven for it, like Eliu's got there, then yeah, it's going to be even more powerful. No doubt about that. The minus to reload speed on that one is not a concern. Yeah, this means it's going to reload in, what, 3.2 seconds? That's a fair amount of downtime between its rounds of firing, but it's not the end of the world. But crit chance not only will increase the overall damage it can do, it also gives more damage to you and the rest of everything you are doing. A perfect companion. So yeah. And then we got from Denial, thoughts on mod config Frost. I wasn't really looking at Frost builds today, but let's see, you've gone for low strength, high range. The strength actually bolstered up on this here. So yeah, your total armor reduction is sufficient. Yeah, looks like a pretty solid standard Frost build. Your defenses, however, are please don't hurt me. You've not got any shield gates in there that I can see? No. You are strongly dependent on that. Also, freeze force? With 40% strength? That doesn't seem like a smart choice to have there. You could replace that with Augur Reach, and then you also get the Augur set effect in there. Not sure I'd go with Freeze Force. 5. Oh, you got 75% extra strength from there. And I suppose, yeah, you go for the Overguard from Icy Avalanche. Fair enough. Fair enough. So yeah, 75% extra strength is a big deal. So you've gone absolutely all in on the charts. Fair enough. Verglass! Surge chance, crit damage, crit chance, minus fire rate. The minus fire rate's a bit of a sad one, honestly. But the crits are beautiful. But yeah, that negative to fire rate, you're going to want a mod to deal with that. Luckily, Val Acceleration is a standard mod I use on mine, so if you're doing similar to that, then you'll still be plus about, what, 35% fire rate? So it's not the end of the world. And for those stats, yeah, that can work. That can absolutely work. Because you've got crit chance and crit damage, you wouldn't need Vital Sense on there. So you'd space for all the rest of whatever you're doing in a general build. And in fact, that is damage type agnostic as well. Unlike mine and LU's, where we have electric and heat respectively, you could just go any setup. Right, Perita. Let's head on into Perita. So, we've done plenty of the Vanguard. We're going to go with Dactylist for this next bit. And let's set that to Seal Path, because of course... Hold up. Yeah. Everything is correct there. Cool. Not right now, Mirrorly. Not right now. Needlessly bright, but okay, we're here.
The buried past must be brought to light, and we have little time. Return to the days of the Perita
It's gone.
when the Dax Anarchs turned former sentient allies against you.
Alright, let's get to work on this. Pick up some codes. Get ready to interact. There we go, stage 2. Yeah, there we go. Eventually hit it. And... done.
Array dismantled. They're shooting blind. Push forward.
Let's push forwards. Verglass ranking up. Now Verglass is not going to be used by my companion most of the time here, because I'm going to be invisible most of the time, but that's fine. I'm still getting other benefits, which is good enough for me.
Ammo airdrops incoming. Keep the area clear.
Get out of here. Grab that, drop it in over here. Free up the defenses, and hold the next area. Chet is saying they're overall happy with Alternox Prime. Yeah, fair enough. If it works for you, it works for you. I've not got my hands on it properly yet to try it out. It's currently building in the foundry. Now we farmed it today. Not many Prime weapons go from bad normal to good Prime. Glaive Prime is a brilliant exception to that, but by and large, Primes tend to be mild upgrades over their base variant. So, given that normal Alternox kinda sucks, I don't have high hopes for it being any better than simply decent. Good weapons are more the domain of your adversary weapons and incarnate weapons. Primes usually don't keep up. Fulmin is an exception. And even then, Fulmin doesn't really keep up. I just lean into it enough to make it work for me. Alright. Show me the lootables. There we go. It is inside of this bunker. Charge up number 1. And then we head over here. Yoink. Charge up number 2. Ooh, Warframe on field. Commandeered Mesa Prime, doing her best. I didn't have my crits ready. As it goes. Commandeered Mesa Prime has been removed from the field. She tried her best. Wondering what to look out for Verglass Riven stats? I would say crit chance. Damage can replace rations, that's nice to have. And then either an element of your choice, critical damage, or multi-shot. Honestly, actually, I'd take that back. Not the multi-shot one. Crit damage or elements of choice. And then a safe negative. Things like negative to damage to infested, because who cares about damage to infested as a stat? The infested just die anyway. Up, coming in range of the capture. There we go. Another down. 3 invis acquired. Order executed. What? How did the ship not blow up there? There we go. Then we're gonna pop along the way. Alright then, we need to draw out a Prime Warframe. That's easy. That should do it. Where are you landing? Ah, right on top of me. How convenient. Again, I didn't have the crits ready. Oops.
It's done. I know that wasn't pleasant, but it was necessary.
That wasn't pleasant? Okay. I mean, yeah, the whole story of, oh, it's one of the fellow Tennos, healed in a frame that's got the Scaris on it, oh, it's so horrible, blah, 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 but stabby, stabby, boom, boom. You recruit a child soldier, you're gonna get child soldier mentality. Stabby, stabby, boom, boom.
Got a spot of flags destined for core override. We can't afford that. Find them and break them out.
Mm-hmm. Oh, hi there. Bye there. Next. You may notice we've reached a little bit of overwhelming power this setup at this point. I have no idea what he wanted, but he has perished. Alright then, ground scanners. Let's get to work on these.
And now we know why. Ground scanners. Find them and scrap
There's one. And then next one's over this way somewhere, probably inside the cave. There it is. Taken out.
Well done. Those nosy
Next.
bastards are about to get a nasty surprise. Move.
Got 7 orders executed so far, 4.5 minutes left on the clock. We have had some of the quicker orders so far. And speaking of,
Bastards hell.
there we go. Speaking of quicker orders, energy max is about 800, 700. Keep up the assault on these guys. Okay, eliminate Anarchs. Easy one.
Cut them down.
Do that to summon more of them.
Would you care to face one of your former friends, Tenno?
Ooh, another commandeered Warframe. Don't mind if I do. Ember Prime. Reduced to embers. Summon more Anarchs. Alright, Agent White. Yeah, we have a good one. Order executed. 3 minutes left.
Grind those bastards into the mud, and I feel a little twinge of pity. I remember what they did to my brothers.
Let's slide along to the next location.
Minefield just
Clear the minefield. Okay, we should be able to do this one relatively quickly. Never mind, I screwed that one up.
or just blow them up one by one. Don't matter to me.
And then one more hack. Never mind, 2 more hacks. I miscounted.
Dax used to deal with minefields by sending Grenier in. Disposable, you see. Next objective.
Let's head to the next one. Am I just using Bladestorm on the frames? I am, yeah. With Wrathful Advance, a single Bladestorm is all it takes. Oh, one turret right there. Easy. Next. Right there. And this one should be below. Got it. Now we just need to kill enough of the enemies quickly enough. Paint them all. Take out the ship. Am I using Arcane Crescendo? That's the one that gives you... what's it? Initial combo after doing a bunch of finishes, right? Yeah. It's that in combination with Wrathful Advance, and then just an overall good build, Arcane Crepuscular, that kind of thing. It is my Gas Ash build that I put up on YouTube. If you search for the Ash Sharton Departed, or just find it on my website via the catalogue. thekenjdo.com, that is. And yeah, that setup, it just works.
Turn the tide. But you're not done.
The Vanguard get deleted by it. Now, we've not got a lot of time left, so I don't know if I'm going to get this 12th order in, but I'm going to try. I am also going to completely screw up my parkour and ruin every opportunity, but you know. Battery, oh, we're not going to get that done in time. That's a 2-stage.
Troves of intel with it. Seize battery parts from the enemy and juice that thing to the max to send the signal back to HQ.
There's B. Oh, we do get an extra Warframe out of this, though. That's good.
See how you fare against one.
Pretty well, it seems. Yep. Pretty well. And yeah, we're not going to get the battery done. 10 seconds left. That's not enough time. I'm going to act like I could. If I had like 10 more seconds? Oh well. Does the number of orders executed have an effect on anything? You get more rewards, one for each order executed, and your bonus from your focus score increases. You also get a Warframe to turn up every 3 orders, I think it is. It appears on every 3rd order. So by getting to the 12th instead of like 10 or 11, you also get another Warframe to fight. Alright, so this is not in the one-shot territory. Nope. It is definitely resisting this, just like it was resisting the Bladestorm. That's a shame. Because yeah, I can hit it with Bladestorm. It's just not as strong. And look at that, 5 million damage slash proc is disgusting. $7 million damage slash proc. Skip. Whereas the whole using the what's it called? Exodia Contagion for this Not the results I was looking for. Also, I can't aim for shit with this. That doesn't make it much better, does it? Yeah, if I just come in with the Blade Storm, that also works as strongly. The one-shots are reserved for the Vanguard. Which makes sense. You have to fight like 10 of them versus one Dactylist.
To remember the war as it truly was. You have done admirably, Tenno.
There we go. Fully rank up Virgos Prime, get a bunch of Ren Hypercores, 5 of those mods and 3... Is that 3 Arcanes? Scroll down, please. 6 Arcanes, blimey. 20 Steel Essence. 20 Steel Essence in 15 minutes. That's a good result. So yeah, can't be mad at that. Yeah. Hello, Carlo. Hope you're doing well. But yeah, that Ash build, I don't think we can take it all that much further. It's weird, Zom. It is weird how crits interact, or rather don't interact with attenuation. It's an oddity. I'm not entirely sure what's going on with that. Because, I dare say it sometimes feels like the crits that come from abilities aren't counted correctly. It's the best guess I have so far as to why Blade Storm, why Exodia Contagion is so good. And like you're experiencing as well, gain the crits from Dagath make it Latum so good, whereas other buffs don't seem to come even close. The Burston Incarnon struggles, despite theoretically having a DPS that should kill each prime frame at like 2 seconds. I don't know what it is. Other than that guess of ability buffs just aren't correctly configured. It's all I got. Which leads me to wonder if you just have a really strong melee just in general, and just go all in on the crits with Raffle of Hands, will that just work on everything? One has to wonder. But I don't want to take away my explosive boom, so we're not going to do that. Instead, I am here to farm and farm and farm. I should probably check actually how much more farm I need. Let's head over to Sanctum Anatomicus, see where my resources are at.
Come on.
Pointless white screen. Okay, not Roth. Roth is Descendia stuff. Marie. Let's have a look at the Tectorist artifacts, please. Yeah, so I've got 223 Ascaris Primes, which is still not enough to buy the 2 of these, let alone 1 of them. Also, not even close on the Loric Bridges and Ren Hypercores. Honestly, this is kind of insane, thinking about it. How many streams have I had Perita Rebellion, the content we're going through? I've lost count how many times I've made Perita the content on stream at this point. This was gifted to me, this was gifted to me, so I've earned this one, half of which was paid by the quest. Huh. As with Resource Booster doesn't apply, Clash. Resource Booster does not apply.
Should we be concerned?
So, yeah. Now, I did hear about people talking about buying daily from to get materials. And yeah, fair enough. I can pick up Ascaris Prime here. If those costs are maintained, how many times can I do this? 11,651 divided by 742, 15 purchases, or 6033 divided by 272, 22 purchases. So if these costs are maintained, then I'm going to get 15, maybe 16 purchases out of it. 16 for 15 of the items. We need 150 of each for one Tectalist, which is 30 purchases. So with my current resources I have available, that wouldn't even add up to one Tectalist artifact at that rate. Am I missing something? That doesn't sound like a reliable result either. This feels like a pickup. Not an alternative farm entirely. Don't even get me started on buying the mods here. Always find more if it comes to that. Yeah, it's just, you're not the first person I've heard saying, oh, well, just go ahead and buy the stuff from her every day. Firstly, I don't like chores of going to a merchant every day. And second, it just doesn't seem to be the quick fix that it's made out to be. I can see the last results of a mission. So in the last mission I did, 15-minute mission, I got 31 of these resources. So speaking to Marie saves me, what, 7.5 minutes a day? A 7.5 minutes a day. That's not exactly a lot of saving, is it? To say that it's taking hours of the missions to get to that point of having the resources to do that. And compare this to Roth. Whereupon you go through the surplus, and it's like a couple runs of Descendia and you are covered for a lot of it. Yeah.
Disappointing. Don't leave me.
Oh, you say, oh yeah, daily or sub-daily rotating shops are very annoying. Maybe we could do the shopping online instead. So the thing is, I've experienced this before now in other MMOs. I'm sure many of you here have as well. The core one that stands out to me for this kind of thing was from RuneScape. RuneScape has various items and whatnot you can pick up each day, having either just unlocked the area, unlocked the freebie items daily from whatever source. There are various daily shop runs one could do. And it's faff. It is faff. Now, thankfully, in those cases, most of that is stuff you don't even care to pick up most of the time. It is a discounted rate for those who want to go out of their way for it. It is a useful alternative route for those who are playing Iron Man mode, but that is about it. This isn't that. This isn't a little bit of pick-me-up. It is, well, it's another way of getting the resources you need for this really hard to farm thing. I have to say, most people average 8 to 10 orders, still have more than 7.5 minutes saved. Okay, fair point, yeah. So I did 11 orders. And what is the return on 11 orders there? Let me see if I can find this. Perita Rebellion. Rewards. Every 3 orders gives an item from rotation A. Every 1 order gives from rotation B, depending on boss chosen, and completed mission gives an item from C. C is the arcane. A is a variety of things, none of which are the material we're looking for. B is guaranteed material of what we're looking for. Then there's also the commandeered primes, and they have a chance to drop on Steel Path 2 of each of those items. Okay. And then I think there is extraction amount? So let's see here. I did 11 of those orders. So that was 11 lots of the Ren Hypercore from that. The boss awards another 10. So that was 21 of these cores coming from the objectives I did and the boss. And then that leaves the other 4, 4 and 2. So 10 in total from the Commanded Primes, of which 4 came from the orders I did, 1 came from a specific order. So let's pare that back. You don't get the specific order that spawns an extra Warframe. You don't get up to 11 orders, you only get up to 8. We're just going to scale that back a chunk. And by getting to 8, that means you'll have 3 Warframe fights, the boss fight, and 8 orders worth of stuff. That would give on Steel Path 10 for the boss, 8 for the orders, and 6 for the Warframe. 24 resources, rather than the 31 that I got here. So if you do 24 resources in 15 minutes, we're comparing that to the 15 that she offers. That is 9.5 minutes saved. And again, you still have to go through it to get the resources to do the trade. It's not like it's resources you get from a different mission. So yeah. From Sun Tzu Wong saying, yeah, if you can buy everything from a menu, the game stops feeling like an interactive world, more like a menu simulator. That I get as well, yeah. So the trade-off is, instead of having shops you interact with on the daily, it's to have it where there is meaningful interaction to get the rewards at the same rate. And what is evidenced by that is that that is not the gameplay pattern they're trying to attain here. This is supposed to be a comeback to the game every single day thing. This is a habit forming thing. Check in daily, check in daily, check in daily, check in daily. You need these arcanes? Come in daily. See which one's available. You want some mods? Come in daily, see what's available. You want some more of this resource? Come in daily, see what's available. It's a habit forming approach. So I'm not going to be overly smiley about it. I don't look at it as a good alternative, because it is habit forming busy work, not gameplay, to have that there. I ain't gonna celebrate that. Certainly when it does. Oh god, well, that was bright. Certainly when it doesn't fix the long farm that it actually is. I'm genuinely a bit surprised. I'm seeing as many people as I am happy with the amount of time that it takes, considering that these are items which are difficult to utilize, locked to their respective focus schools. So if you want to try out different focus schools, now you've got even more work to do. When purchased, they're not even finished. You then need to go through your focus school and upgrade it further. And oh look, it takes more of those materials that you needed in the first place to purchase a thing, adding yet more onto that same grind for each of them. And the result is something that, I'll be quite honest, the way I've ended up modding mine is much more of an amp support. So this is what I've currently gone for on here. We've got amp fire rate, amp ammo efficiency, maximum void sling distance. It just fell into there as a decent pickup. Damage on amps, amp multi-shot, amp crits. Amp, void sling. And then this, can I upgrade that yet? No, not yet. Okay, fair enough. And this one went with, if I get kills with operator, I get extra heat damage on my secondaries for the rest of the mission. Yeah. Only say on the other hand, they aren't critical to gameplay, so compulsive grinding for them is optional. I mean, grinding, don't necessarily need to say compulsive, but grinding is optional, yes. Welcome to Warframe the video game. It's a video game, everything in a video game is optional. You can do something else with your life, you can touch grass. I don't like declaring things optional when it comes to core gameplay releases like this. Optional is dating Marie, dating Rove, dating any of the protos. Optional is going to see your path. Optional is picking up the curios. They're not part of the core gameplay loop. You don't need to go through that process in particular, so if it's a process to get there, sure. This is big ol' update defining focus overhaul. The next step in progression of your operator. And unlike all next steps of progression of operator so far, where you do it as part of other gameplay in general, all of this is focused on the Perita Rebellion. It is focused on 3 missions, which are actually 1 mission with 3 variant boss fights on the end, on repeat. For hours. Hours of gameplay? Sure. Hours of, you must do this specific gameplay or you're making 0 progress towards these artifacts? That stings.
What's it like?
Them not being impactful is not the positive that... there's a positive spin you're looking for on it. I'll be quite honest. What was that? what was that voice line I left? What? I just... Focus road, I'm just hearing... What? Ah yes, thank you, Mirali, for the Temple Noble animation set. Cheers. Nethalarian saying, I think if they did 100 of each resource it would help a lot. I mean, that would cut it down by 1/3. No joke, literally, that's just how the numbers work on that, sure. They could go various ways about it. I'm really not going to go too much into which way would be a correct way, because there are so many ways to it. It's more acknowledgement of the combination of choices they haven't made is what's made it so much of a thing. That it takes so much to even get it online, that you then have to invest more of the same resources to get it to a higher power. That you can only get it from one location, and one location on repeat for a long time. That the end result is something that is relatively underwhelming because of its difficulty of charging, its overly cinematic usage, the long delay between casting and actual application of it. That's a lot. From already saying, see your point, I agree that getting could be easier, but at the stage of the game I'm at, I'm happy with it taking a while, just noodling around in the game. I can see that other people are not at the stage I'm at, will have a different opinion on getting them. Help me understand, when you say at the stage of the game you're at, are you saying that because you're at an earlier stage, you've got lots of other things to farm, so you don't mind not focusing on Perita Rebellion and therefore making 0 progress towards the update? Or are you saying that you're late game, so you've gotten used to things taking longer and longer, and so you don't mind that it's going to take a while because you're just having fun anyway? I'm trying to understand your point there. Because, like, sure, everyone who's from the perspective of, oh, I'm not in a rush to get these, is going to be fine about it. Much like, I don't really have a negative opinion of the time it takes to get whatever's the latest weapon in World of Warcraft, because I don't play World of Warcraft. I'm not trying to get that weapon, so the barriers to getting that don't affect me. I'm not trying to get the accolade glyphs for the hard mode fights throughout Warframe, so the difficulties involved in doing that aren't affecting me. But I can see just how long this is taking and will take everyone else. And that just seems like a lot. I got more than the average resources, was the contest earlier, so more than the average resources earlier, and that was to the tune of what? Is it going to show me, or has it destroyed it? It's destroyed it. It was, I think, 31 resources in 15 minutes. Yeah, I think it was 31 and 15. And you need 450 resources. So if you get an optimal spread, that's 14.5 times that 15 minutes, which comes out to 218 minutes which is 3.5 hours for one unupgraded artifact at a fast rate of farming using a cheese frame. That's just a lot. In fact, how long does it take to get through the circuit? Because that burned people out to hell and back. If I go to circuit real quickly on the wiki here, rewards, blah, 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 blah. So to get to tier 5 on the circuit requires a cumulative progress of 1,785, which is a minimum of 12 consecutive stages. If you do 5 minutes per stage, that would be 1 hour for one Incarnate Genesis in a week. If you go to doing 2 in a week, then the minimum consecutive stages is 33 if you, with the combination of the daily bonus. So again, at 5 minutes per, that is 165 minutes, so that's a little under 3 hours for 2. So at 5 minutes per round, I'm saying 1 hour for one Incarnate, or 1.5 hours if you're doing 2 per week. And those Incarnates can just be used with any frame, taken to any mission, and it's still a hell of a lot of work. Plus you've got the resource grinder of Duviri on top of it, so it's about 1.5 to 2 hours per Incarnate. This is much more than that for something that is used less. And I already said the circuit was too much. The only saving grace here is the circuit is you either get it within the week or you've lost your progress. This at least is just a continuous, you can dabble in, do 15 minutes, get tired, come back later. Only says they're very late stage of the game, so there's no FOMO pressure on them. Don't know why I call this FOMO, but okay. Just a word, a reference. In terms of getting new stuff, you can afford to not play Warframe until next update and not miss anything. Oni. So you see... Let me try and compose my words on this one. Your opinion on it's not that bad of a farm for you personally is because you don't worry on missing out on the content and you're happy to just not play. Just so I understand that. Is that the condensed form of your overall point? You're far enough into having played Warframe that you don't mind just not doing it. You don't mind just skipping the update. Like, from Abomination, what's the math for 1 run a day? Say we did that as a normal thing. 50 minutes a day. How many days to get 1 weapon? Okay, let's go with, again, the rate that I got, which is 31 resources, and you need 450 to get 1. So that would be 15 days to get 1. You do 1 run every day, 15 days, with optimal resource distributions, getting that 11 orders like I got, with the extra Warframe, 15 runs to get 1. And then the upgrade as well, with some extra resources on top. I forget how many, but I think it'd be an extra 1 or 2 average runs therefore. If you want a slightly lower rate, like 24 resources per, then it'll be 19 days per artifact. Because 19 runs. And again, the upgrading of them would take you another roughly 2 runs. Yeah. Now, let's be fair, Abomination. Almost a whole month per weapon is you saying 1 mission per day. 15 minutes of progress isn't exactly a lot of progress in a grind game. But yeah, it's still just ooh yoish. Ooh yoish. And again, the time on it isn't so bad if it wasn't the same mission over and over. But it is the same mission over and over. Which leads me to bring in the exact same strategy objectives to it. Certainly because damage attenuation go burr, even my usually very powerful Bursting Incarnate struggles to hell and back. I'm like, I don't really know what would be better to use. Like, genuinely, I don't know what would be better to use. We just keep on coming across methods which seem to bypass it.
I want fire. I want fury. Let a Warframe take the field.
Warframe off field. 0 orders at that point, so I was using base Ash there. Still killed it. Yeah, it took a bit more work, but still killed it. What am I doing killing? I need to be pushing forwards.
Got an allied targeting array lining up shots for their big guns. Your job? Disable, then destroy.
Alright. Charging up the thingamabob. Let's grab a piece. There, don't get me wrong. The mission is enjoyable enough. The objectives are largely fast-paced. But the fight with damage attenuation, they're not really getting feedback from the game as to what I could do better. Hello? Thank you. And just the sheer amount of time for something that feels both crucial to the focus wall and yet overall underwhelming to use. It's not a good combo, that's all. It's not what I would hope for. What did I even get stuck on? Alright, clear the minefield. There we go. Oh, Prime Warframe on the field. Got it. Ash taken out. By Ash. Was that weapon melee? Interesting build. So I've got a melee weapon here, which is the Bop Bip Kuva Crunch. It is not from Bop Bip, it's not Kuva, it's just a crunch. But it's a Zor with Exodian Contagion, you throw it, and it goes big bada boomba. Lots of power at distance. It's being empowered by Raffled Advance, which is why it's got super duper red crits, sometimes. And then I've also got Ash's Bladestorm, which just goes burr as well. I just paint the area, and enemies start dying. It is very nice. Worm went down? How? Oh well. Alright, let's get some battery parts. Yeah, this is basically the same Zor I've had for, well, since I did the Exodia Contagion video. This is the Gas Ash build that I put out a hot minute ago. And those two just here together work so well. Invis tank, lots of damage, and obliterates the bosses. Or certainly obliterates the Vanguard. It's good enough against the other bosses. There's a lot of rah, rah going around. You tried the Gas Ash build after last stream, not clever enough to use it. I mean, you don't need to do the wall latching bit because we don't need the gas part of it. That's just useful to have if you want to go the extra mile. It is honestly just raffle advance, paint the enemies, enemies die. Use invis as required.
Good airdrops inbound to resupply those turrets. Establish
Resupplies, okie dokie.
Assault and Anox out.
Yoink. Re-up the invis, plug in that one, head over here. Blood guys on the way in. Also, tapcast on teleport is amazing. Because I think the default is hold for straight teleport, tap for heavy attack. So by doing the inverted tap hold on that one, it just makes for these instant teleports around, which is so nice.
You're a lifeline, Tenno. Hope you got another miracle in you.
And with the amount of energy that drops around here, you can see I'm just near constant teleporting. I can use it as a travel method. Wait, is this the way to go? This is the way to go. Waypoint was just broken. Need to read my invis. There we go.
Hydrogen in trouble. Needs help. Needs energy core. You help. Aegis knows.
Feels more efficient to go solo than random group. Does it? I mean, to be honest, I've not played much of group play on this. Because I did a little bit of it and had the objectives just kind of completed off screen sometimes. I was like, I want to actually be part of this. So yeah, just for reasons of wanting to be present. It certainly makes the gameplay easier to watch and follow as well, I think, from a viewer's perspective, when the gameplay is being done by the person actually on the stream, you know? But yeah, if you enjoy doing it in a group, go for it in a group. Get wrecked. Oh, okay. Dropped a battery piece over here. We got 5 minutes left. I'm only 5 orders in. This has been a slow one. This has been a slow one. New orders this way. Let's go. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Too many leeches. I wonder if that is perhaps a consequence of just how much effort it takes. Or rather, how much time. I don't know if I call it effort. It's just Warframe gameplay. But it certainly takes a bunch of time. Alright, let's check through for anything that'll slow down this for randomly popping through. Get rid of the mines. Keep on hacking these. Get rid of mine. Clear that. And blow up everything I can in the area. Come on, hurry up. Oh yeah, being good at parkour does speed this up. The just general mobility is great here. Whatever your mobility be, teleporting, flying, parkour, really fast sprinting, knowing how to get around quickly is a big damn deal. Let's get this one to spawn. There we go. We're at 8 orders completed, still 3 minutes left on the clock, that is good. Go over this way. Also, enemy highlighting, very good to have. Very useful to use the enemy highlighting. Yeah, it takes away a little bit of the atmosphere, but you can think about it in universes. It's the Warframe targeting systems. High-tech stuff go burr.
Destroy their ground scanner
No sign of ground scanners, actually. I think that was one there. There it is. Possibly the worst result I've had. We're trying to find ground scanners this way.
Your Warframes
There it
hunt
is.
down my comrades like cattle. See how it feels.
Right then.
Their intel systems have gone dark. Take the move forward.
Vault Prime deleted. There we go. So I'm at 9 orders, only 1.5 minutes left. It's going to be a struggle to get this to 12. As in, that's not going to happen. Can I even get this next one done? Eliminate Anarchs? Okay. So eliminating Anarchs isn't the fastest one. I'll do the best I can. I'm using a combination of Blade Storm and my, my melee. Because the melee takes more effort to use and is better for clusters of enemies, whereas Blade Storm can work with a sweep of enemies. There we go. New orders, 40 odd seconds this way. I don't think we're going to make 11. We're not going to see another Warframe at this point, but it's all good. This has been a good run. Oh yeah, transport. Okay. That's doable, but it could be a bit tight. Okay, never mind. I did that better than I think I've ever done with the Zor. Fair enough then. Orders completed 11. I'm not going to get in range to get the next Warframe to spawn because I need to get halfway through the next objective, so this is us done. On to the boss fight. But yeah, efficiencies in mobility really make a difference. Really, really. Okay then, Dactylus time. Let's go with just... Can I smack it with the melee? Like, is it low enough down that I can hit it with this?
Were twisted into
Hold on.
horrors. We owe it to them to remember what was done.
Okay, yeah, so that's doing pathetic damage, which is to be expected. This isn't built for that. What I need is to try and figure out the angle. See if I can make repeated use of this. I am noticing the damage is a little bit lower than I was getting against the Prime Vanguard. It's probably the attenuation going there. It's still very effective, don't get me wrong, it's just not as effective. I'm just going to spam the 4 on it, honestly. If I just spam 4 on it, how quickly can I take it down? Oh yeah, look at that. Those slash blocks are going ham. Woo, yeah. Screw the Zor. The 4 is just good enough. 4 and slash blocks, just stack it up.
In recovering these memories, you have restored dignity to the dead and protected your past from corruption. Excellent work.
Everty, new one? I don't think that's new. I am fairly certain I had Everty. Let's see, what is Everty? It is Operator Jump High. I already had that. That's a lie. There we go, and I managed to do that in 14 minutes, so even faster final 5 there. For cheesing it even harder. So yeah, one more throw at it. Alright, paint the area, get started, objective please. Timer is ticking. What do you want me to do?
I must send you back into a war you barely survived.
Okay, transport to get started. Lovely!
Fight, however bitter the memory. Everything depends upon it.
Transport destroyed. Next.
Transport incoming.
This way.
Scrap it. No relief for the enemy.
Wait, no, this way. That's weird.
Transport is scrap. There'll be no relief for the Anarchs today. Now make it count. Next objective.
That was a very fast first objective, let's be real. Very fast. Invis.
Command needs
Oh, shuttle uplink. This is the one this Ash build is weakest at.
so damned business.
Ah, okay. And yeah, this one's out in the open, so I can't even go for a gas approach. I'm just gonna have to do the best with what I got. Kept mistiming the throw there. What's the marker? No idea. Yeah, shuttle uplink is interrupted constantly here. I'm trying my best to clean it up. There's just too many of them. So I'm gonna have to take the full negative time on this. Yeah, this is the one time where Frost, Gara, or Limbo would be optimal. Otherwise, normally, no. I genuinely cannot get enough of them off this. Nope. So I did the first order in like 30 seconds. This one's taking about 2.5 minutes. And this one can be done in half the time if you have the protection on the shuttle. That's what I'm missing out on here. Or if you get a good enough shuttle spawn that you can just hold them all in one location near enough.
That shuttle is
Okay.
ours, and so is its cargo.
New orders. This way. Is it this way? This way. Ooh, took a bit of damage there.
Anarch bastards have captured some of our Bracula's comrades. Need you to set them free before they give them a core override.
Alrighty.
Your Warframes cut down my comrades like cattle. See how it feels.
Commanded Vault taken out. This taken out as well. Oh, Darth Plagius. The goal is actually slightly out of date now because we managed to get it all in the first 1.5 hours. So did the Perita as well. Yeah. Now I want to be clear on something with the whole shuttle uplink. It's a little bit unclear as to how you do it quickly fastest, but it is just stop things from even slightly shooting it. It isn't purely timed. But I want to be clear, I don't mind that it requires defense. If anything, that's a good thing. Defense frames are shafted a lot of the time on not having a need to defend stuff so hard. It just means that a team can get the benefit there. Bit of everything. Bit of everything, because I need all 3 of the resource types to be able to get the next Tectalist artifact.
I don't need to tell you what the Anarchs are capable of. Get them out of there.
Alright, crack that. It starts moving. Crack the next one. Crack the next one. It then runs through mines. Take out the mines. And it's going to get stuck here. Take out the mine, and it's on location. Cool.
Scout just gave us critical intel. We'll be good to move fast.
Yeah, you're right, Oni. Yeah, some mine arcs do go to other terminals to slow down the shuttle control thing. And I think that's supposed to be the non-defense frame activity. So you can't just put down a frost bubble and call it a day. You do need to actually shoot some of them. I think that's the idea there. Grab this, teleport over. Where is it through the rock? What? Well, that's unusual. Okay.
I want fire. I want fury. Let a Warframe take the field.
Bring it. Where you at? There you at. Wait. Did this just not target it? Thank you. That was weird. Could have sworn I targeted it twice. Eh, no matter. I've had some pretty slow objectives here, but we're getting there. Alright then, next. Next is this way.
I've got more work for you.
Bounce off of that. Alright, commandeered Warframe time.
We need to strike back. There's a commandeered prime in the area. Do what it takes to draw them out.
That should be what it takes to draw them out. Yep, here they come. Do I use like a frame? I've not actually reinstalled it since I switched to a new PC, but if I still had it installed, yeah, I would. Absolutely. Oh, found the semicore time. Thank you.
It's done.
Didn't even know that was there.
Isn't, but it was necessary.
Yeah, literally the only reason I've not used a Leica frame recently is just because I've not needed it, so I haven't got around to reinstalling it, that's all. If I were still carefully tracking what I was getting from my relics, or if I was still needing assistance on knowing what's in my inventory, then yeah. Is there a risk of getting banned? There's a risk of getting banned by breathing. So I would say genuinely there is no discernible risk. Now, it's a third-party program. Use it at your own risk. D do not endorse it. D cannot endorse it. They will not give you any guidance as to using it as a program, yada yada yada. However, I have yet to come across a single credible instance of someone receiving a ban as a result of a Leica frame. There have been instances where people have suggested it, but not a single instance where they can demonstrate that was the cause. I've had people bring up their bans with me, and I've tried engaging. Okay, let's go through it. Let's see what's happened. By and large, when someone's brought such a case to me, they then have just ghosted me and not taken it any further. Almost as if they wanted to prove a point without expecting me to go, sure, yeah, let's look into this. The one time that someone did follow up and I could get further information Called in a favour with DE, got them to look at it, and they came back to me and said, yeah, no, Electroframe wasn't the cause on this one. So I was like, okay, well, fair enough then. I will share no further detail on that, simply as is. There. I have no issue with Electroframe. I don't see any reason it would be even considered an issue. But it is use at your own risk because it is a third-party program. Alright, 9 orders executed. We might get the 10th one here, but we're certainly not going to get to 11. That damn shuttle. Alright, we need the authorization codes. Wherever they may be. They might be on board that ship. Yep, there they are. Codes acquired. Teleport over here. Slap that in. Go back this way. Blow up what we can on the device. And then I could just shoot it, but we gotta use this at least a little bit, right? Very good. We've got less than 30 seconds left. Power the yeah, okay, yeah, nope. This one takes more than 20 seconds. There's the final timer. Alright, cool. Just gonna take a moment to... I mean, honestly, Joku, I understand your concern about being banned. Straight up, I understand it. Games have this thing of being able to ban you for any reason at any time, and combined with the amount of time and money you put into it, yeah, I can see the concern there. Who would want to be in a position of going, oh shit, I did something to cause myself to lose that? I absolutely understand that concern. Ultimately, people's quote-unquote stupid reasons being banned, sometimes they are straight-up stupid reasons, or reasons that on the surface you'd think shouldn't be bannable, and then other times, well, they feel like it's stupid because they want to be accountable for what they've said and done. There is a mix. I'm not going to judge someone who gets banned just outright. I will judge them based on the reason they got banned, and unsurprisingly, a lot of people are very unwilling to share if they know why they got banned. However, to this point, despite the amount of recommendation I give out for Electroframe, despite the fact that I put out multiple videos that promoted it, including one going over its features, and despite the fact that I have the reach that I have as a creator, I have yet to come across a single credible instance of someone being banned for using Electroframe, let alone while using it. There are people who have had it there in much the same way as those people have had Intel chips in their computer, those people have had cans of Monster energy drink in their fridge. Correlation and causation are not the same thing. So, if I'm willing to use it on my account, considering it is quite literally connected to my job and income, I would hope that is a fair assessment as to how low the risk must be. But I can absolutely understand looking at any amount of unknowable risk and the fingers crossed effectively given by just some dude on the internet is maybe not enough. And that's fine. Electroframe is very optional to use. If you're on console, there is no option, you just can't have it. It is what it is there. Also, 13 minute 9 second. Can we just appreciate just how quick a time that was? Because you get 12 minutes lock-in on the actual Perita section, you've got the opening before it actually starts counting down. You've got the double cutscenes I skipped quickly there. And then the actual extraction where Lotus takes a moment to appear and you go up to it and actually then extract. I think I must have taken out the Dactylist in like 50 seconds. I'm satisfied with that result. As much as Mirrorlade may not be, but yeah. Go on, Mirrorlade, what's your one-shot strategy for taking out the Dactylist instantly? From Clashpoint, one thing I want to say about it, I'm assuming it is Electroframe, is that the dev has been slow on updates and fixing stuff for it. Fair enough. Unfortunately, with third-party tools, this is going to be a common thread. Things need updating, problems are run into. Banshee Sonar? Of course. So Banshee Sonar bypasses the hell out of attenuation as well, does it, Mirrorlade? Goblins, more. I'm not sure what Goblin's on about there, but okay. Banshee Sonar just sails through all the bosses. Fair enough. Yeah, fair enough. Very joking. Absolutely. Just again, use at your own risk and remember that you agreed in the terms and conditions on playing Warframe that at any point, for any reason, at any time, D may ban you without notification, without explanation. So, use Warframe at your own risk. And acknowledge that those are some insane terms, quite frankly, but every company ever puts them into their conditions, because what are you going to do? Say no? It's a toughie. Okay, sorry, when you say WCS, when I see WCS and someone referring to KM squared, for some reason, just the use of such short notation, I'm assuming you're on about warp core stabilizers in EVE Online. And then you go on to dental hygiene, and now I know you must not be on about EVE Online. Bathrooms. Alright, yeah. WC for... I actually forget what that actually stands for. Yeah, I completely forgotten. Stands for water closet? No, surely not. Yes, it is. Huh. From Victorian era. Okay. Okay. Fair enough. That's not what I expected WC to mean, but there we go. I was expecting W to be waste, not water, but sure, why not? But yeah, you are very right on statistics. Interesting choice of one to use, because it edges onto the edge of politics, but we'll give it a pass. It's always a concern when someone touches onto something statistic-based and politics-adjacent, because you wonder where it's going. But that'll be fine this time. I'd say, let's think. If we go by Warframe level statistics for that kind of thing, a good example will probably be the death rate of Warframes against Captain Vor. If DE were to pull the figures on that and share it and say, look, here's how many times each frame has died to Captain Vor, and you would see that Excalibur, Mag, and Volt had died a lot to Captain Vor. And that might indicate, oh wow, these 3 frames must be really bad at that fight. Except it's frequency bias, I think it's called, because Captive War is an early game fight. Early game frames are your starters. So of course they'll die in droves to that boss. So yeah, the stats can absolutely be messed with in that regard. It is crucial to understand what's actually going on with those numbers. There's actually something in EVE Online subreddit that came up on this. Or rather, someone posted something in EVE Online subreddit and I realised I could dismiss it for this same reason. Let me just grab the post. It is of curiosity to me. Here it was. It was the PushX 2025 hauling and ganking stats. So PushX is a player corporation that focuses on moving people's stuff from A to B. That is what they do. They move stuff. Good to have them. But they included stats like the percentage of ganks that were XYZ ship type. And when it comes to the deep space transport ganks, there's like 43% were Occupers. And for the blockade runners, 36% were Viators. I can tell you the reason for that. It's nothing to do with the ship itself. It's to do with the requirements to get the ship. And the history behind it. So it's nothing about the Occuper being more vulnerable to ganks. And everything to do with if anyone was going to train any of those ships, that one was just a more common one because of other things they got. So again, yeah. Stats can really be messed with. Yeah, there's loads of ways you can mess with stats. Loads and loads of ways. And the trick to getting around bad stats is to identify how it's being gathered and what are the factors involved in why that information is happening. The most ridiculous of which is you could say 100% of subscribers get a positive reaction from the Kentoneer, because the Great Cake Goomba has demonstrated exactly how that happens. Thank you very much for dropping your Prime over here for 13 months. Much appreciated there, Goomba. Much appreciated. But if we were more sensible about it, things like the old thing with how many Warframes are dying in places or what the usage rates are, and it does come down to identifying, well, how would someone get their hands on it in the first place? So is Styanax used more or less than Ash because of how good they are or how easy they are to get? Yeah. You gotta piece the bits together. But now we pieced all those bits together. We have pieced together the 2 primes. They are building. We've done some more Perita to continue that slog. Those are on their way there. Gyra's already finished, but we'll bring her out another time. I think it's about time that we do ourselves a platinum giveaway. Oh yes, indeed. It's been long enough. It is time for one of those. Let's get that arena loaded up. It was that one there. Yep. Just realised I've been on that one all the time, but that's fine. Okay. Let's get that up onto here, shall we? So, we are going to do a draw for 75 platinum. Let's get my camera out of the way. We don't need that right now. Let's open up the draw. If you'd like yourself a chance to win 75 platinum, exclamation mark enter in the chat is all you need to do. Exclamation mark enter, and your character will slide in on screen here. If you are a VIP or subscriber, you can use exclamation mark pick frame to pick your avatar from the list of avatars available, so you can choose what you slide in with, but it's only cosmetic. Whether you have the default Lavos or a carefully chosen alternative avatar, everyone's got the exact same chance of winning here. So we'll give you all a moment to slide in on that there. As a reminder as well, this 75 plat giveaway, this is provided by DE. They hand them out in batches roughly every 2 weeks, so you can look forward to that if you are the winner within the next 2 weeks as that goes. They are all back from their holiday break now. Calamity set themselves up as Sarin for future runs. Lovely, lovely. It doesn't automatically update on the screen just because the way the bot is handled. It's not constantly live checking for everyone's avatars, because that would be well, a heck of a resource drain, to be honest. It takes a fair chunk for this program to remain stable when we get a flood of people in, so this will hopefully keep it stable. Anyway, last chances, join in on this plat giveaway, exclamation mark enter in the chat. We'll do the draw in about 20 seconds. Techman, has your Warframe not showered today? There appears to be quite the social distancing between you and everyone else in the giveaway here. You're just standing out in the middle there, and you're pink. Is that pink Protea? Yeah, pink Protea. Something odd's going on there, but all the same, that's random for you. And let's randomly decide who's going to be our winner. Let's draw. Only one of you can take down the big bad here. Only one of you is going to survive. So if you see your name coming up front now, oops, wrong place to be. Speaking of, there goes our Protea, obliterated. Whatever the reason for the social distancing there, the boss doesn't care. You've been removed. Our winner today is Shayna76. Shayna76, congratulations.
Point is up ahead.
You are the winner today of our Platinum giveaway. It looks like we don't currently have your details on record. So Shayna, if you could please use the exclamation mark IGN command, followed by your Warframe username and platform, all in one message, we'll be able to get that sent on over to you there. So exclamation mark IGN, followed by your Warframe username and platform, all in one message, so we know where we're sending it. Shayna say, wow, I don't usually win anything. Glad we could change that for you. Absolutely. Yeah, all you need to do, pop those details, and we'll get that sent on over to you there. Like I say, send these out in batches, so that'll be in your Warframe inbox within the next 2 weeks, as long as we got the correct details. That's all it needs. And with the IGN command, anyone can use that during any of my streams. Once you've used it, it is saved, so even if you come back another stream and there's another giveaway, you don't have to type it in again. It's just done. How many people do I even have on my IGN list now at this point? Because I'm sure more than a few people have added their deeds to it. Let's see here. There are... Woo, boy. We're at nearly 1,000. That's quite a few people with their IGN recorded. Lovely. You do need to put down the platform as well as your IGN there, Clashpoint. And Shayna, the opposite. You need to put IGN username and platform. If you put the on PC, the bot's like, what platform is on? And why did you say PC? So yeah. Just follow what the bot says and it'll all be easy. And if the bot doesn't respond to you, it means it was busy responding to someone else. Darth Plagius. That is the downside of a self-hosted bot, running all those details. I have to give it just a little bit of a delay to make sure that it doesn't break. Oh. Shayna. Now you've added a space to your username. The bot doesn't know what platform 7.6 is. You gotta... Try again. Come on, you can do it. There it is! Alright then. We got there. Righty then. Let's see. Is there someone live in the Warframe category we would like to say hello to today? I do wonder, you know. You had kids asking you questions? It happens, doesn't it? Kids do have questions. Like, Dad, why is it that the kids at school said that 6'9" is the better number? What's 6'9"? Like, now's not the time for that discussion. No. Tell you when you're older. Anyway, looks like we got a Xenos live. So you know what? Xenos is someone we can raid on over into. Let's get it up onto here. I just need to do it correctly, which means I copy paste the username so as not to actually screw it up. There we go. There we go. Alright then, we are raiding over to Xenosfire. But that is all from me today. Thank you very much everyone for joining in. Hope you have enjoyed yourselves. And I will be live again on Friday. We'll see what the details are as we roll around to that. But in the meantime, have yourselves a good rest of your week. Catch you in the next one. Bye bye.